Hello, hello! Welcome to the Daily Crossword Live. I see we are live on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube and Facebook, so lots of places to watch the Daily Crossword Live. I see people joining on TikTok, some of our regulars, some new folks, glad to see it. So this is the show where we solve one of Arkadium's crossword puzzles together. So my name's Jack, and I'll guide us through this puzzle, but these are always the most fun the more collaborative they are. So you should always see a clue toward the middle of your screen in chat, or toward wherever you're watching, not in chat. Wherever you're watching, you'll see the clue. And then if you think you know an answer, pop it into chat, and I will try to collect everyone's contributions and really make this a crowdsourced solve. These are always fun. Get Good on YouTube says, hey, Get Good. You ready to solve a crossword? And oh, people on TikTok already giving me the answer. I love it. TikTok always comes ready to play. They're not here to waste any time. Miles and Osama S. I think you were here yesterday. Welcome back. All right, should we dive into the puzzle? Oh, and I always like to check the title first because it'll give us a clue to the theme. Okay, the title is Sandpaper Selections. Kind of a strange title. It's by Mark McLean. So as we solve, hopefully we will learn some things about sandpaper. Or maybe it's a pun of some sort, I'm not sure. And by the way, if you want to solve this crossword puzzle on your own, then you can go to Arkadium.com. That's where we get all of these crosswords. They have like a dozen different crosswords every single day, and it doesn't stop at crosswords. They have a million games to play at Arkadium. It's a lot of fun. And we also encourage you to follow us wherever you're watching right now. We do this Daily Crossword Live every day, so you don't want to miss a show. Follow us and share with your friends. All right, and with that, everyone has said está is one across. ¿Cómo está? ¿Cómo está usted? Nice little welcome to anyone watching from a Spanish-speaking country. And let's see what these downs get us. We have DVD player button, starting with an E, 5 letters. I have a guess for that. Polynesian nation, starting with an S. Geography clues are always kind of you know it or you don't. Callum says, yay, I forgot about this today. Good, how did you get reminded? I'm curious, if you forgot, how did you get reminded? Everyone telling me Samoa is the Polynesian nation. That looks good to me. That's where Dwayne the Rock Johnson is from, I'm pretty sure. DVD player button. I think I saw some people putting eject into chat. Faded Pigeon writes Sweden. Was that meant to be a Polynesian nation, or are you saying you're calling in from Sweden? All right, this J should be helpful with jelly containers. And give off as light, starting with an EM. And this down here is courtroom event. Yeah, everyone like in jars for jelly containers. I think I like that as well. And TikTok is in full unison about emit for giving off light. And trial. Wow, this has been a very smooth first corner of the crossword. Honestly, no issues, no disagreements in chat. Starting off peaceful, I like it. Eagle's Claw. TAL blank blank. Hello, Jilly16, welcome back. Always good to have you here. Yeah, talent. Nice. A talon. A few days ago, we solved a puzzle that was called Talon Show. And it was a play on talent show. I'm trying to remember the theme. I think it was Birds of Prey were hidden in phrases. Houston ball players. Okay, I know this from all of the letters that we have in the puzzle, but without these letters, it would have been hard for me. But yeah, everyone knows Astros. I'm not great with sports. I definitely, yeah, Callum says basketball, I'm out. You told me that yesterday. Person of your word. Yeah, honestly, I'm not strong with basketball or baseball either. So that's why Chad is here. Help me suss all this out. Ooh, Jellyfishy writes coarse humor for somewhat impolite comedy. Our first long entry in the puzzle. Harrison Murphy agrees. Interesting entry. Yeah, Kay agrees as well. Coarse humor. I like that. Somewhat impolite comedy. I tend to steer clear of coarse humor on this show. It's a wholesome gathering right now. Chaotic state at 20 down. I'm actually not sure what this is. Chaotic state, just with an SN. I really am not sure. Oops, I didn't mean to go down there. Although someone definitely took a peek at that clue and is going to tell me, and I'm going to get confused. Osama says snafu is the chaotic state. Yeah, that seems very plausible. Dweb agrees. I like that. I always forget this word exists, honestly. User 77 gets a snarl. So maybe we'll have to check the crosses. Be unsuccessful. Be unsuccessful, starting with an F? That seems plausible. And everyone says that verbalizes is says, yeah. Nice work. Nice work. Yeah, someone says didn't know snafu existed. Okay, I'm not gonna pretend to give the history of the word snafu. Harrison Murphy says the clue wouldn't match snafu. Is that true? A chaotic state, is that not a snafu? Because Dweb is saying fail for be unsuccessful, which I kind of like. So far the crosses are checking out. Someone explain snafu in chat. Where did it come from? What does it stand for? Orange veggie. Yeah, this looks good too. I don't know. The section is kind of making sense to me. Take a chair. Maybe we'll fill these in, and then, yeah, user 28, Tang, Elizagirth, Lay. Everyone telling me yam is the orange veggie. Yeah, and Dweb is explaining what snafu is in chat. There's an expletive in there that I'm going to avoid. Take a chair is sit. Okay. And I'm sort of dipping into the center of the puzzle here. I kind of want to go back up and solve in a more orderly fashion. Let's check out these crosses up here. We have chimp, for instance. We have it's east of Nevada. Okay, so probably a US state. Emery, thanks for sharing the live. If anyone else is enjoying this and thinks their friends will too, consider sharing the live. Yeah, it's got to be Utah. It's got to be Utah. The only like 4-letter US state ending with an H, east of Nevada. Makes all the sense in the world. And this U is telling us pre-owned and absorb as gravy. Huh, interesting. Lay says can't share, filtered. What does that mean? Yeah, used. If something's pre-owned, it's been used before. And WK4, welcome. I think that's the first answer I remember seeing from you. It says sop up is absorb as gravy. Yeah, I'm picturing like you have a bunch of gravy on your plate, and maybe you have a piece of bread and you're sopping it up. Sounds good. Callum says sop up is a great one. I agree. I always get hungry on these streams. I don't know why. Vladimir telling me AP, which I'm guessing is to complete ape. Chimp, for instance, is an ape. Yeah, that's got to be right. And what do we have here? Make amends. People telling me atone even before I saw the clue. That looks great. And paper? No, not paper. See, there's always a risk in guessing an answer before you see the clue. Lay says paper and pencil at breakfast for me. That's how you solve crossword puzzles? That's nice. Crossword with breakfast is the way to do it. Yeah, we actually have a lot of disagreement over how to spell this word. I think chat is converging on papas, so I'm going to put that in the grid. But people are spelling it with 2 P's, with a Y at the end, with an I here. Kay says paper and pencil is the way to go for anything. Interesting. I tend to solve my crosswords digitally. I'm not a purist, I guess. But what word would start with E-N? Yeah, we should check this. Instill with love. Instill with love. Yeah, enamor. That's nice. We're getting those UK spellings in the grid. I love to see. You always identify yourselves if you're watching from the UK. You identify yourselves by sticking an extra U in here that doesn't fit in an American crossword. Spanish explorer Hernando. Callum's blaming autocorrect on that extra U. Lay says digital is good too, on the go, less setup. I agree. I like that you can take your crossword with you. You can solve it on your phone if you want. Let's see. People saying that Hernando de Soto. Yeah, been a while since I've heard that name. Oh, Amay's in chat. Welcome, Amay, and says the Canadians do the U too. Oh man, do you have to refrain when you're solving these crosswords? Do you have to refrain from your native spelling? And now that Amay's here, I am going to tease that tomorrow we have a super special stream. So tomorrow, for the first time in Daily Crossword Live history, Amay and I are co-hosting. So we'll have two hosts. Amay has been on a hiatus this week, so she'll be back in full action. We'll be together, and we're solving a Sunday puzzle. So Sunday puzzles are bigger, they're meatier. It's going to be an awesome stream. It's Easter Sunday, so you can bring the whole family. Brazilian Resort for short. Yeah, Rio. I'm seeing Brian Murria, along with others writing Rio. Yeah, who's joining tomorrow? May has woohoo in chat. That's how I'm feeling too. I think tomorrow's going to be a blast. Sorcerer's Concoction. Okay, that might have been tough without these. Patrick, really quick on that one. Patrick had potion preloaded on his screen and was just waiting for me to read the clue and pressed enter. That was how fast Patrick got to that one. Norwegian capital. It's an old classic of crossword puzzles. Of course, it's known for more than that. Bird that crows. Yeah, Oslo. Farah, do you remember me? Yes, I do remember you. Welcome back. Welcome, Farah. Yeah, and Rooster. Looking good. Looking good. Roosters, crows. Fire and Ice says, do you have long toes? I don't, I think I have pretty normal toes. Is that a reference to something that I'm not understanding? Okay, let's go up here and finish off the top band of the grid. We have smartphone download. Ah, Ray Wine is in chat. Welcome, Ray. Smartphone download. Yeah, app. Looking good. Everyone's got their apps. State firmly. Ozona says MP4, which I suppose is a smartphone download. It's pretty rare to have numbers in the grid. Yeah, in fact, the software won't even let me put a number. I tried to type MP4 in here, and it's not allowed. I have seen some wacky crosswords have put numbers in grids. I told you yesterday that I make crosswords semi-professionally. I've been known to put sneak numbers in the grid from time to time, but it's always part of the theme, part of the trickery. I don't think we're going to encounter any numbers today. You Love Bobby says, is this an easy mode crossword? This is simple for the Saturday. So this one is a ranked medium in Arkadium's lineup. So this is called the Daily Medium crossword. And so we were solving easies for a while. People wanted something a little harder. So we've moved up to the medium, and I think they've been a good difficulty. I'm interested in solving harder puzzles on stream as well. Let me know what you guys think about that. Cover with concrete, and I'm sure someone said state affirmly. Yeah, aver. This is a classic crossword conundrum because there are two answers that could work here. There's aver and avow. There's always a question in your head, and even getting the A doesn't help because the AV doesn't help because they both start with AV. I think aver does work a little bit better with stating firmly, whereas avow is a little bit more about promising. But honestly, it really could be either, and we're going to need the crosses. And starting off with that, People telling me that cover with concrete is to pave. Yeah, like you pave a lot. Looking good. Everyone in chat liked aver, so you guys are probably right. Rediscovered from. Oh, recovered from. I just read that wrong. Recovered from. Okay. I was like, that clue is strange. Lay says that'll be fun to do a difficulty hard. Okay, cool. We'll do that soon. In fact, I think tomorrow's puzzle this Sunday will be a little bit harder than this one. Still not like hard, but it should be a little harder and definitely longer because Sunday puzzles are bigger. So yeah, I'd like to solve a hard on stream. If we do a hard on stream, I will definitely need you guys playing because it's hard. Dress in. Yeah, Ame says it's a good one. Yeah, we're gonna pick a good puzzle for tomorrow. Dress in. Oh, people are telling me it's a vow. Okay, what's happening here? Dress in. Wear. If you're dressed in something, you're wearing it. So it was a vow. All right, see? The number of times I've put the wrong one in with a vow versus a ver, I mean, it's a problem only cruciverbalists understand. Recovered from, yes, over. Like I'm over that sickness. I'm over my cold. Okay, things are finally making sense up here. Not guilty for one. And what's this? Slip up. Elizabeth says first time for me. First time with the avow aver confusion. I'll keep solving crosswords and it'll be the first of many. February greeting card. Everyone telling me error is to slip up, yeah, to make an error. That looks great. Not as many people chiming in on YouTube today. Usually have a couple over there. If you're watching over YouTube, don't be shy. I see you. I see you. We'd love to get your input as well. Same with Instagram. People join on Instagram, but nobody seems to want to play. But TikTok, on the other hand, is going wild. Absolutely wild. Not guilty for one, of course, is a plea. And February greeting card is a Valentine. Nice. Nice entry. A Valentine. Couple months old at this point. We're in April, but trying to even remember what I did for Valentine's Day this year. I really don't remember. But if you remember and have a nice story and want to tell me, I'd love to hear it. Small part of a film script. Yeah, line. That makes sense. Just a single line. Draws to a close. And take it easy. What are we thinking? That's kind of what we're doing here. We're taking it easy. We're chilling. We got a medium difficulty puzzle. Not killing not bending over backwards here. We're just enjoying each other's company. Superlative suffix. Leia says, appreciate a calm stream. Very enjoyable here. That's what I like to hear. It's exactly the vibe we're going for. Yeah, est is the superlative suffix. Like, yeah, happiest. This is easiest. Superlative, it's the most. A suffix meaning the most. And take it easy is rest, which we all deserve after conquering a crossword puzzle at 10 in the morning for me. I don't know how many East Coast viewers we get. Is it 10? How many people are on the East Coast US right now? What does superlative mean? Yeah, superlative is referring to these suffixes that are, so there's like good, better, and best. And superlative is the one that's like best. So you might have easy, easier, and easiest. So superlative would be the easiest. All right, let's see. Investments that mature in 2 to 10 years. So we got a whole grid spanning entry here. A lot of blanks still. Can anyone see through this? Jim Winkle writes something bonds. That actually looks really good. That looks really good because they're investments. They take a long time to mature. So I think bonds. Totally Not Eggly is saying intermediate term bonds. It fits the clue, but I don't think it's going to fit in the space we have. Intermediate is just too long of a word. Maybe term, though. Maybe the term part of your... Let's try it. Let's see if anything emerges. Accumulative bonds, government bonds, what is this? Can we see 36 down, please? Of course. You asked so politely. Took charge of. Maybe that'll help. Ooh, Casper Dorel has a good guess for 38 across for the long one. Medium-term bonds, which is pretty much what the other person was getting at, who said intermediate-term bonds. It's just medium fits. Yeah, medium-term. We're feeling good about that one. And that agrees with 36 down, took charge of his lead. Nice. All right, medium-term bonds. Interesting central entry. Nicely done, says Lay. I agree. We should all clap for each other. Hoop's outer edge. What do we have here? A high-tech medical scan. Yeah, the rim is... Player of Doom on YouTube. Welcome. Player of Doom. We finally get a YouTube participant and says lead. Took charge of is lead. I agree with you. And a high-tech medical scan is an MRI. My first job out of college was at a neuroscience lab, and we did MRI research. So we would bring people in for research studies and put them in the MRI and look at their brains. It was very fun. I learned a lot about brains. I also participated in a lot of studies while I was there, so I've had like 25 MRIs in my life, just to like help a friend out who needed a last minute fill in for a cancellation or something like that. It was a cool job. Zach says that's really neat. Yeah, it was neat. Okay, so 44, very worrisome. Dire, yeah, everyone likes dire. And underneath. Underneath. I want it to be beneath, but it clearly isn't that. It doesn't fit. And I feel like they wouldn't have clued it with neath in there. Below, yeah. Okay, below works as well. Good job. Not at all spicy. Okay, I know this. This is not how I take my food. I like it all spicy. Yeah, but this one's mild. Like a mild salsa. Looks good. Okay, and I'm going to continue being my picky self and bring us back over here. General left to right, top to bottom, solve. I can't help it. It's in my nature. One blank kind. Unique. JP was quick on that one. Yeah, one of a kind means unique. Yeah, that's got to be it. And by the way, how are we looking on this theme? Has anyone sussed out a theme here? I'm going to remind us of the title. Sandpaper selections. Oh, I see it. I see it. Okay. Sandpaper selections. And I think we have two theme entries so far. Coarse humor and medium-term bonds. What do we think? What's making sense? Meanwhile, everyone is telling me Omar is the poet. Nice. Omar Khayyam. Well, some people are spelling it with an E, so we might have to check. Zach says we'll probably get fine. Yeah, Zach is predicting the last theme entry. Nice, yeah. So I think since the title is Sandpaper Selections, that's what we're getting in the grid. We're getting different types of sandpaper. So coarse humor, coarse is like the roughest type of sandpaper. Medium, I suppose, is the medium grade. And I was even thinking to myself, what is like the softest? I thought maybe soft was the sandpaper, but no, fine makes a lot of sense. I think you're right. And that 60 across, my prediction, Zach's prediction, is that 60 across will start with the word fine. And we're going to get the whole lineup of sandpaper options. I'm not much of a handyman, so I don't. People say So I don't know my sandpaper. True Grit, Sella says. That would have been a funny entry for the funny what am I calling it? A title. That would have been a good title for the puzzle. More punny than sandpaper selections. True Grit. That would have been great. All right, shall we get back to solving? While I'm rambling, everyone else is looking at the clue and solving, and then I miss out. Cheese in Greek salads is feta. Yeah, looks great. And S&L cash sources are ATMs. Looking good. Looking very good. Money blank object. What do we think? And should we look at this long one? Game canceled by showers. Yeah, money is no object. Oh, I'm seeing two different. Oh wow, a lot of different answers. So I'm seeing money is no object, money is an object, and money isn't object. That one doesn't quite work for me. I think it just seems doesn't the phrase doesn't quite make sense, does it? JP says money is an object. All right, well then let's check the crosses. When there's disagreement in chat, we let the crosses speak. Yeah, game canceled by showers though looks like rain something, right? A rain out, people were writing. Let's try rain out. Yeah, Jilly16 feels confident about money is no object. I think that works. It works with rain out. So let's stick with that for now. Yeah, Olivia T, money is no object is the phrase. I agree. It means like we have plenty of money for whatever we're discussing. Money is no object. Like, let's take it out of the equation. Comic's cry of distress. Ooh. I'm getting ow, I'm getting oof. What do we think? I'm getting oh. Okay, we definitely need some crosses on this one. And did we ever look at this long one? Entrance fee. Entrance fee. And let's tidy up this whole section down here, shall we? Network with an I logo. I feel like this was in yesterday's puzzle. Faith the Best on YouTube, hi, back to you. Help us solve this crossword. The clues are here. If you think you know an answer, pop it into chat. I see you. CBS. Yeah, I needed some crosses. I can never remember which network is which. I think you guys are right that CBS, I mean, everyone agrees CBS is the network with the I logo. I swear this was in yesterday's puzzle. JP says admission for entrance fee. Makes a lot of sense. And what do we have here? Online discussion. And hey bundle. MC squared followed the host. Thanks for following. If anyone else wants to follow suit, follow us, share with your friends, and check out Arkadium.com. Yeah, hey bundle is a bail. Although I'm seeing a lot of random guesses in chat. Bake? Bala? No, it's got to be bail. It's got to be bail. And online discussion is a chat, indeed. Yeah. That's exactly who I'm talking to right now. We're chatting. You guys are chat. Canvas shelter. Hand lotion additive. Okay. This is easy with the letters we have. Yeah, tent. Canvas shelter. I guess tents are made out of canvas. And blank down disappoint. Everyone telling me that the hand lotion additive is aloe. Precipitation in pellets. Crossing blank down is to disappoint. Yeah, everyone knows this. So you let someone down, you disappoint them, and precipitation in pellets, when hail is coming down, it comes down hard in these little rock-like pellets. Very good. All right, we don't have much. Let's get that little thing away. We don't have much left. WMC Konahi followed the host. Thank you. At an earlier time. Oh, and we still have this Comics Cry of Distress, which I don't really know what to do with. We had so many different ideas. People writing sooner for at an earlier time. Yeah, I like that. And now we have a double O here. Jilly16 feels confident about oof, so let's put it in. Ooh, and actually, I just noticed something about oof. It does agree, it does give us the F for fine in 60 across. I think it was Zach ages ago was guessing that 60 across would start with fine to go with our theme of coarse, medium, and fine sandpaper. So should we check it? Expensive rings, bracelets, etc. Was Zach right? Was Zach correct? Who's got it? Who's got it? Yeah, Pirate, Penguin, and Austin were the first on that one. Fine jewelry. Nice entry. And well done, Zach, for predicting our last theme entry. Zach is laughing in chat. Cool. All right, so we have the full lineup now. Coarse, medium, fine. Does anyone know their sandpaper? I don't own sandpaper. Not a handyman. And are there other types? Are there ones that should be added to this list? I'm sure there's more than 3, right? There's probably like medium plus or something. Joined together. Yeah, Locke guesses unified, but unfortunately unified doesn't quite fit. Drink Your Juice says my dad is a contractor. And people are saying there's grades more fine. Oh, so fine is not even the finest. Wow, everyone is quick to teach me about sandpaper. It's going so fast. Bunch of different grits, that's what they're calling it. Coarse is the harshest, fine is the one for polishing, and there's many different grits. So is grit different from... Are these describing different grits? Still a little confused. They're just numbers identifying the grit of the sandpaper. Okay. Wow, you guys know a lot. Meanwhile, everyone's been shouting at me that joined together is united. Player of Doom PL on YouTube got that one. Nice work. Teacher's job security. It's a basic overview of the grits. The lower the grit number, the coarser it is. Grit falls under coarse, medium, and fine. And then there are numbers within coarse. There's like coarse and then numbered ones, medium and then numbered ones. I'm learning so much. That's what I love about crossword puzzles. I did not realize I was going to be learning about sandpaper this morning, you know? Teacher's job security, everyone agrees, is tenure. Of course, a professor or can get tenure. And someone earlier suggested that a good title for this puzzle would have been True Grit, which I think would have been a little more fun than sandpaper selections. Because sandpaper selections kind of gives away the game. But True Grit is a little punny. It's a phrase that you'd use otherwise. I like that. All right, of the kidneys is renal. Nice. My sister works for a kidney care company and is learning a ton about renal care. Therefore, I'm learning a ton about renal care because she likes to tell us what she's learned. Piano technician. Kid around, yeah, people say joke. I suppose it could be Josh, right? Sometimes you say, I'm just joshing. Yeah, some people in chat are agreeing. Oh, wow, maybe neither of them are correct. Hold on, look at this. Yeah, it's jest, it's jest. I did not realize there are 3 different words starting with a J, 4 letters that mean kid around. Jest, Josh, and joke. But the crosses have spoken, and today it looks like we're getting jest because a shoulder muscle is a delta, or deltoid? Delta? But the shorthand is delt. All right, feeling good about this. 68 needs an S. Yeah. You were right. Oh, and Player of Doom says a tuner for piano technician. I like that. Yeah, tuner. Changed your mind for a second when we had joke in the grid, but no, tuner is actually delt for deltoid. Thank you. Chat is so smart. Before in poetry, crossing wipe away. Yeah, everyone has been telling me chalk away is to erase, of course. I'm picturing my grade school days. We would take those erasers and clap them together, and you'd get a big plume of chalk. Probably wasn't very good for us. And air is a contraction that means before in poetry. Lori says this puzzle is easy. All right, well, if it's easy for you, then you must be pretty good at crosswords. And maybe we'll do a harder puzzle on chat soon. In fact, I think tomorrow's puzzle is going to be a little harder than this. Removes from office. And you got to think there are probably people tuning in who've never solved a crossword in their life, you know? Removes from office is ousts. Yeah, that looks good. Oh, Zay guests omits, which maybe, but I think ousts fits a little better. And had a sword fight. Keith telling me that that's dueled, yeah. I saw Hamilton recently for the first time. I know I'm ages behind, but of course there's a dramatic duel in Hamilton. Multiple duels, actually. List of candidates. We have overused as cliches. Slate. Yeah, slate of candidates. I'll tell you, if I had the word slate and I had to write a clue for it, this would not be the first sense of the word that I would think of. But I like that. A slate of candidates. I would think of slate like the sheetrock, or maybe even like the news outlet Slate. Yeah, meanwhile, overused as cliches is trite. We're all word folks here in this chat, so none of us know anything about being trite. Beast's Hideaway is a layer. Very good. Oh man, we only have a couple squares left. I always feel a pang of sadness at this moment. Rebuke from Caesar. Pancake topping. It's definitely time for pancakes after this. Yeah, et tu, Brute is the rebuke from Caesar. And syrup. Syrup has got to be the pancake topping. So we have syrup, and have we looked at this? Oh, profound is deep. That's a suitable word to end on. All right, should we do a drum roll? Should we see if we get the confetti? Here we go, Pete. Nice work. Nice work, everybody. You guys are too good at this. Way too good at this. We got the confetti, well earned. We had coarse humor, medium-term bonds, and fine jewelry. Every type of sandpaper. Actually, not every type of sandpaper I'm learning. There's numbered grades within all of these grit levels. I think I need to. I think I'm still confused about how how the sandpaper grading system works. So definitely going to read the Wikipedia article after this. Well done, everybody. Give yourselves a pat on the back. Please tune in tomorrow because we have a very special installment of the Daily Crossword Live. Amay and I will be hosting together for the first time, and we'll be solving a bigger puzzle than usual. So Sunday-sized puzzle. We can really dig into it. It'll have a meteor theme, and I think it's going to be a ton of fun. And in the meantime, if you can't get enough crosswords, then check out Arkadium.com. They've got like 12 different crosswords. You'll find this one there, but a million other ones. Zach says, solid start to my day. Enjoy the day, everyone. I'm glad to hear it. Enjoy your day, Zach. And well done, by the way, guessing the last theme entry. That was cool. Where was I? Yeah, check out Arkadium and follow us wherever you're watching. And tomorrow's Easter, so for a special Daily Crossword Live, why not tell your family about us? You can all watch, pull it up on the TV and watch us join and help us solve a crossword puzzle. It's going to be a lot of fun. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for playing. Good work today. Very good work. You all deserve a rest. All right, I'm signing off. Bye.